Hey everyone, this is Buddy of Athena Gaia. No, it's not. Buddy's working hard today with us. Um, we are we are tasked today. We decided to get a project done that we need to get done, and that is to totally organize our Stilvi collection. Because a lot of it, we just have a ton of stuff here that is in various states of photography, and we have to take care of it. We just have to get on with it. We have stuff that, well, one thing we try to do with photography, in case you haven't noticed, is we try to get like one photograph that's like a still shot, so you can really see honestly what the piece looks like close up, in high def, and then another piece being worn by a model, so you know what it looks like on a person. And between those two photographs, we figure we got it pretty well covered. And we're also trying to do like a short video of each piece too. So that's slowly starting to fill into the site. But today we have Stilvi, and we just have it like just to wrap. We just got all this stuff that has not been photographed at all yet. We probably have like, I don't know, about 50 or 60 pieces that haven't seen the website yet, or the website hasn't seen them yet. We have to work on that. So one of the things that I guess I should introduce and tell you who Stilvi is. Stilvi is Kostas Papalexandros. He is from Volos. It's a town in Greece. It's a beautiful town in Greece in the north. It's by the sea. It's got great mountains nearby. It's just everything you would want in a Greek town. His sense of nature comes from that place, and his sense of adventure, I think, comes from that place too. And they all kind of find their way into the pieces themselves. So last year we went to Greece, to the jewelry show, and we were specifically looking for lower cost designers because we post a lot of photographs of Damascus pieces on Facebook, and we got a lot of responses like, "Oh, that's really beautiful. Too bad it's so expensive. It's out of my league," and stuff. And I don't think there's anybody in the Greek jewelry business that wants to create things that are out of people's leagues. It's like we serve the people, we serve all people. So we wanted to find some lower cost designers, and we found three. One was Aloro, who we've dealt with before. One was Stilvi, and one was Yanni. In any case, now we have all the Stilvi stuff to work through, and I just want to basically point out why we chose Stilvi. We saw his booth a couple years ago, and then we saw it again last year. And there's just a couple things that he does that we find really interesting. One is this great sense of motion that go into a lot of his pieces. We weren't looking for motion; we just found it there, and we thought it was really kind of intoxicating the way things swing around. You put them on; they attract attention. There's the same sort of concept, but with different colors. And pieces just swing freely. You'll find this idea in earrings and pendants, and some of the bracelets. It's really kind of cool. Another thing that we really like about Stilvi is this sense of adventure that he puts into pieces. Now Yetta Christo does the same kind of thing in his Garden Shadows collection, where he has a flat back plate, and he oxidizes the front of it and makes that the background for basically this story being told on the front. In the case of Stilvi, the story is an olive tree blowing in the wind, but you just move it around and you can kind of see that happening. But what I think is really great about that, it kind of applies to me, and it's my appreciation of art. I tend to be a restless person, so I'm really happy when I see in an object something that strikes me in a new way each time I look at it. I pick it up and I go, wow. In a case like this, I'm looking through the branches and seeing, something I don't know, some mystery beyond, something that just holds my attention. And that's what I appreciate about that piece. But it's a very artistic thing, everybody has their own idea. Another thing we like about Stilvi is this great association with nature that he has. So this we call the empathic series, and there's I don't know 20 or 30 other pieces in this series. But it's just a great representation of what the vein pattern in a leaf looks like, done in silver and then electroplated in gold. But the reflections and the light that it puts out, it's just mesmerizing. Really neat. So we thought that was original and really cool. This one has kind of saying you want the same. This one is the same basic thing, but we put in some dewdrops on this one. Blue topaz. It's just neat stuff. I mean, and not expensive. I mean, you get the funny thing about Stilvi is that people that are buying Damascus from us, which is our most expensive designer, all the really high end gold stuff. If there's another designer that they'll pair a purchase with, throw this in the order, throw that in the order, it's Stilvi. It's like, I don't know, the same kind of people, in many cases anyway, seem to gravitate towards that combination of things. But everything is double coated too. Everything you see is not gold, but it's electroplated gold, but it's double dipped. It's double coated, so for durability. And if over time you need that redone for yourself with one of our pieces, you can just let us know. Send it back to us and we'll take care of it for you. This is kind of cool. This has nothing to do with those pieces over here. This is called Maelstrom, and this is also another design that he's got a whole bunch of other pieces that are kind of like it. But I think Costas was maybe stuck on a boat in the middle of the night and it got stormy out or something like that. But you can see in the piece here that there's got like Argonauts, little wave patterns going against each other, and that represents a storm at night for him. But I thought it was kind of like a tribal looking piece, like some Polynesian thing, but no. Just neat. So he's just bringing what he has experienced in life and putting it into the pieces. Another pattern, another motif that has dominated his collection is the olive branch. The olive branch collection, the pearl olive branch, if it has little pearls in it, and then olive branch if it doesn't. But everything I have on the table right now has pearls in it too. So the pearl olive branch collection has got rings, earrings, necklaces, bracelets. This happens to be the bracelet, and it's actually really just light and nice and comfortable. One thing that I remember when I looked at this the first time, and I thought this is really cool, but we have to ship something. It's going to get to you in Colorado or California or Texas or where you happen to be, and you're going to want it to last a very long time. And you're going to be very far away from me and the person that made it for you, during that time. And we want to make sure that, that the piece that you're buying is made well. So I'm actually yanking on this thing pretty hard right now. And I yanked on it pretty hard right in front of the designer too. And he just looked at me. He's like, go ahead, yank a little harder. But that's one of the things that we're always concerned about when we're picking new designers is, what's the build quality like? Are they putting stuff together that's going to fall apart easily, or is it really well made? And in the case of Stilvi, I got to tell you, it's really well made. This is our least expensive designer in the store, and the build quality is just fantastic. So that's very important for us. So, a couple things that we weren't looking for, like the motion. I never really thought to look for motion in the piece. Even with earrings, but we found that with Stilvi, and we found adventure and this connection with nature and other storytelling that goes on with his pieces. That just made it really great. So we've got that going on. We've got literally a box full of stuff, another box full of stuff, a third box full of stuff, and then that stuff has just no photographs at all, and then this is all rings that have been photographed but haven't been put online yet. So if you're a Stilvi fan, if you've been looking at Stilvi on our site, just stay tuned because we got plenty more coming. What do you think about that, Buddy? Buddy's obviously excited about Stilvi. Right? Okay. Well, thanks everybody for sure. Oh, wait a minute, one more thing. Jerry from Texas, I was on a diet, and then you sent these as a thank you. Oh man, they're really good. We really appreciate it. Don't do that again, my gosh. Now I have to get on that bicycle for an extra hour a day probably just to work that off. Oh my god, they're addictive. Anyway, thanks for dropping by, and we hope to see you soon.